Welcome to a new test drive from OverDrive on the Saudi Auto channel. The car that we have with us today is the new 2020 Kia Soul. 10 years ago, and before the subcompact crossover entered the production lines of the automotive factories, there were a handful of cars that were unusual when manufactured. And these cars were the Honda Element, Kia Soul, and Nissan Cube. And at the time, no one knew whether they were a hatchback or a wagon, that is to say a box, or maybe even an SUV. And there are many people until now that do not know the distinction between them. But who knew that most of these cars would stop being produced, except for one car, which is the Kia Soul. And that is the only car that's still being made today. And that indicates that Kia has a right formula, or the correct formula or equation, in its hand. At the end of 2018, Kia launched the third generation of the Soul as the model for the year 2020. And Kia says that driving the Soul has become more enjoyable and practical in the style of an unconventional or ordinary car, which is distinguished by its box design. The box-shaped design gives the interior more space, and the 2020 Kia Soul is available in our markets with two models, the LX and the EX. The closest competitors are the Hyundai Kona and the Mazda CX-3. The boxy shape of the car means the interior has a lot of space. Like I said, more storage space than the competitors. The Kia Soul's dimensions are 419.5 centimeters in length, 180 centimeters in width, 160 centimeters in height, and it sits on a wheelbase of 260 centimeters in length. We made a quick comparison of the 2020 Kia Soul and its competitors in terms of dimensions, which will now appear in front of you on the screen. Please let me know in the comments below what you think of the Kia Soul's dimensions. Now let's talk about the exterior design of the Kia Soul. What accentuates its personality is the front end. The headlights are slender, extended and brought together by a chrome strip. As we move down, we see the headlights, the grille, which comes in a honeycomb design, and circular fog lights at the bottom. And the front grille is surrounded by a chrome strip that gives a youthful and sporty look. On the sides of the grille, the headlights are big, and in the center, in the mesh grille, you also have integrated front sensors. And from the side of the car, its most prominent feature and highlight is its box-like character. From the top, you can see that they provided a chrome roof rack. The side mirrors fold electrically and come in two colors, the color of the car and black at the bottom. It features an integrated turn signal. The door handles come in chrome. The Kia Soul is available in 16 and 17-inch wheels, depending on the model. Coming to the rear, the first thing I'd like to point out is the shark fin antenna. Moving down, you have a brake light on the top, and then the rear windshield. And then on the sides, you also have these lights and integrated turn signals. Moving down to the bumper, you have a rear reflector and a rear fog light. Below that, you have the honeycomb, or integrated into the honeycomb design, and below that, the skid plate. The bumper has integrated parking sensors, or integrated rear sensors. The area of the trunk is 664 liters, and when you fold down the back rear seats, 60/40, you get a lot more space, and you can even fold down it completely for even more space. You also have this partition on the floor of the trunk, which gives you the spare tire and the jack and the emergency triangle, and it also has a first aid kit. On the side of the trunk, there's a 12-volt outlet with 180 watts for charging. We made a comparison between the Kia Soul and its competitors in terms of luggage space, which will now appear before you on the screen. The Kia Soul is available in our markets with a 1.6-liter MPI 4-cylinder engine that delivers 123 horsepower at 6,300 RPM and 154 Newton-meters of torque at 4,850 RPM. The engine is connected to a 6-speed automatic transmission. The tank capacity is 54 liters. The fuel used is 91, and its fuel economy is 14.7 kilometers per liter. We made a comparison between the Kia Soul engine and its competitors in terms of engine capacity, power, and torque, as well as quality and fuel economy that will appear before you on the screen. One of the advantages of the car is the ease of entry and exit from the car, thanks to the new seat cushions and the large distance between the seat and the top of the door opening. That ultimately makes entry and exit very easy. The straight bodywork design provides a lot of interior space, and this of course will reflect the passenger and storage space. Kia designers gave it a youthful touch on the inside to fit the exterior. Inside, the door panel is decorated to match the trim color, giving it a fashionable, youthful look. Additional features include keyless entry, Bluetooth, and selectable drive modes. The car comes with a 3.5-inch screen for the instrument cluster, which gives you important information about the vehicle and driving, basically the speed and the RPM. The multifunctional steering wheel can be adjusted manually and has buttons to the left for using the phone system and audio system and Bluetooth. The buttons on the right of the steering wheel are basically used for the cruise control. The audio system is 6 speakers. There are 3 driving modes: Sport, which gives you a sporty disposition that additionally increases the torque, Normal, and an Eco mode, which can all be chosen through this button over here. The Kia Soul has a manual air conditioner to control the temperature. Below that, 2 USB charging points and a 12-volt 180-watt charging outlet. In the center, you have your cup holders and your parking brake. The passenger and the driver's seat can be adjusted manually. In the center, you have an armrest and a storage compartment. Let's take a look at the back seats. The rear seats are comfortable, and the headroom without the sunroof is 101.3 centimeters, and the foot space, or leg room, is about 104.4 centimeters. And there's space for the storage behind the first passenger row seat, which is this pocket. The center, here you have an armrest that features cup holders, and the back seats can fold 60-40. Not to mention, behind the front center console, you have a USB charging point. And the side doors actually have an area for drinks and storage, as you can see. Now that we're in the car, let's talk about the safety features. The safety features in the new Kia Soul include airbags for the driver and the passenger, anti-lock braking, or ABS, brake force distribution system, or an EDB, electronic stability control, or an electronic stability system, an ESP, cruise control, central door lock, which is also very handy, tire pressure monitoring system, or a TPMS, a hand brake, and a child safety lock. The 2020 Kia Soul is available in our markets in 2 models. The first is the LX that has a price of 61,000 reals, equivalent to $16,266, and the second model is the EX that has a price of 65,000 reals, which is the equivalent to $17,333. These prices do not include the taxes and fees. The warranty available from the dealer is 5 years or 100,000 kilometers, whichever comes first. The colors of the all-new 2020 Kia Soul will now appear before you on the screen. Let's get to my driving impressions. Kia says that the Soul is an SUV, but it does not have an all-wheel drive system, and the ground clearance is limited, which makes it look like a big hatchback. But for its size, it is really fun to drive, especially in the city, and it's quite nimble, as you guys can probably see. I'm driving around a roundabout. Another really awesome feature is the space. Because of its distinctive personality and size, you actually have a lot of space in the interior. Another feature that I really enjoy is the insulation within the cabin. The insulation is very good considering the size of the tires. Also, I'd like to mention that the air conditioning unit, although it being a manual air conditioning unit, is very good, especially in the hot weather that we have here in the kingdom. I think that it's very applicable for everyday use. The insulation is good thanks to the quality of the wheels and the size of the rims, which are 16 and 17 inches. The side mirrors on the side windows introduce little air inside the cabin. Structure durability is good because of the use of new adhesives to give the structure high rigidity, which better distributes collision forces. The front suspension is a McPherson strut with a multifunctional chassis valve and a rear double-coupled radial axis, or a CTBA. Braking is particularly excellent with ABS, and the brake force distribution system, the EBD, and the electronic stability system, or your ESP. In short, the Kia has many advantages considering its price. The interior of the cabin is larger than any car in the subcompact crossover class, and it is fun to drive. I hope you enjoyed today's test drive. If you've made it this far in the video, please comment Kia Soul below. That would help us to make more videos. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And for more information, please visit our website at www.saudiauto.com.sa. And don't forget to follow us on our social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, to stay up to date with the latest and greatest from the automotive world. And thank you for your time, and I'll see you guys in the next video.